Well, hello, my keto community. Does it get better than this? Keto under 20, keto under 20. It's like, I got the gear. I am so excited. I hope the glare isn't too much. Somebody complained about the glare. More than one person complained about the glare. They said, I like to see your eyes. It's like I do too. I didn't like those. I love the frames, but let's see. I hope this is better. Gosh, it's so hard. I send the 6-year-old off to school, and there goes my techie, my producer. So I was reading my favorite magazine, which is Men's Health, followed by Esquire. I know I'm odd, but I've always loved the men's magazines, and so. Here it says, well, it's page 40, health. Okay, so right under it is a quote, and it says, it's all right letting yourself go, as long as you can get yourself back. I love that. And you know who said it? Well, that's giving permission for slips and slides, which I'm not a believer in. But then when I saw who it was, I go, oh yeah. So, who said that? Mick Jagger. Guess what Mick Jagger follows for his food plan? Yep, you're right. Keto. He's one of us, as is Halle Berry. Probably Kelly Ripa after having the other Kelly on, who wrote the book and lost the 100 pounds, right? So here we are, keto community. It is January 24th. This will be airing in February. My favorite teacher used to say Feb. Are you going to spell it right, Ari? And so here's my chronometer, and I've got less calories today than usual, so I may be adding some feta cheese to my food plan. There's my food plan. So what have I got? 1,309 calories, 2 bulletproof coffees. I put 2 tablespoons of butter because I cook with 1 tablespoon. The other tablespoon is in the second bulletproof coffee. Brain octane, I add a tablespoon to the first one. I'm having some watercress, some romaine, and some baby spinach in my great big salad. I'm having a tablespoon of macadamia nut oil and a tablespoon of organic extra virgin olive oil. I'm having a pork chop, don't you know? I'm having 2 ounces of cauliflower crumbles, and I am having, what does it say there? How many? 5 spears of asparagus in my dinner plate. And I will saute the cauli crumbles and the asparagus in the butter in a little pan on top of the stove. These are my macros for today. As you can see, 1,309 calories, 45 protein, 10 carbs, and 101 fat. And that is perfect for me. Sometimes I have 10 more grams of fat, which may be the feta cheese. And so that makes for a great OMAD, plus my 2 BPCs, as we say in the trade, getting there in my 23 hours without eating. And that just seems to work for me. And I don't know what works for you. Some people do the intermittent fasting with nothing but water. Some people have black coffee. The way that I have it, it's called fat fasting, and which means that I'm having the bulletproof coffee and with some fats in it, and it just holds me over. And I am one of those that thinks that men and women are a little bit different when it comes to our foods. And I don't know, it's just me, I know, but I do better on having some fats through the day in liquid form to carry me to the OMAD. And then at the OMAD, I have plenty of green leafies. Even though it's only 10 carbs, look, I'm having cauliflower crumbles and asparagus spears. And I'm telling you, it's the large mixing bowl, okay? It's a large mixing bowl with the 2 tablespoons of oil and a pork chop. I mean, what's not to love about that? And it fills me up and it's satiating and it carries me through the next day along with the bulletproof coffees. I have a couple of, I like Mountain Valley spring water sparkling. I also like Poland Springs and La Croix. I like that too. And so I have that, and I have a couple of, actually 3 triple times filtered waters from home with lemon in them, a lemon and a lime in the one that I'm having today, along with some organic lemon juice in the first one. I have a teaspoon of potassium powder and a teaspoon of magnesium powder with 1/3 of a packet of Dr. Price's electrolytes sprinkled on top of it. And I have that mixed with the juice of the lemon and the juice of the lime, and then I add those 2 to the lemon water for the rest of the day. So that's how that works, and it works for me. Tomorrow is my weigh-in. I weigh in on Thursdays once a week. I keep myself in the range of 121 to 123, and we always hope that that's what it's going to say. I've been doing a ton of overnights, and they always say that that's a great creator of cortisol, which is a weight-holding type of hormone. Yeah, great. But my coworker's coming back to work starting tomorrow, so I won't have all those extra shifts, which I was loving because it goes against the home equity loan for the cottage. So everything in my little world. So Marianne suggested watching Netflix with Rotten, and it shows like this tomato with a needle going into it, and I believe it's a 3-part season. The first one is bees, the second one is like guns or something like that, and the next one, why can't I remember it? Well, anyway, the first one was bees, and it's about adulterating the honey supply internationally. And of course, it was nasty, and of course, I'm not surprised. What it reminds me of, because I don't eat honey, I know some of you do, because it has nutrients in it. And then there's the allergy reason to have it. If you have local honey, it keeps you from getting wicked allergies if you don't want to do medications and things. But one of the things I noticed about the adulterating of the pure honey internationally and then selling it through all these different flags, different countries, so they could get away with it, China being the bad person, was that it reminds me of the olive oil, expose too, where it was saying that it was extra virgin, 100% olive oil from Italy, and it's not. There's oils from Tunisia and another place, I think. And so you really need to read your labels. When I watch grocery hauls and people show, the carbs and the sugars they show on the nutrition values of the label, they don't look at the ingredients sometimes. And some of those things in those ingredients are like all chemicals. So be careful. If you want to get healthy, then you're not going to be wanting to put chemicals in your body. Does that make sense? At least it does for me. So there's certain places where I know, I've got pockets of, like with my pork chops that I'm having tonight, I know they probably weren't raised in the best of circumstances, poor things. So we do the best we can, but just for your own sake of knowing, it's like, okay, I admit I love this such and such, but then when you read the ingredients, it's like crap, comma, crap, comma, crap, comma. Just know that, like, okay, I'm having it. I admit that I'm not perfect, but, just be aware is all I'm asking. Aware. Excuse me. So I posted Natalie B's link in my previous podcast because I was giving a shout out to her, and she's the woman from England who weighs 213 pounds. Not now. I mean, she did the day of the video, but she's starting back on keto, and she's a delight. And I know a lot of us want to support her and not let her out of the corral. So we need to keep a watch on her. She's across the pond over in Jolly Old, so it'd be hard to go knock on her door, wouldn't it? But we want to keep her in the fold because she seems like somebody that would definitely benefit from keto under 20 and or even more. In my case, it's 10 today. And that seems to suit me. It might not suit everybody else. Other people could have 35, 40, 50 carbs, but it's, if I could just pull you away from that net carb place, because it's just slippery. It is slippery. And I know that keeping the carbs total is just a little bit more structured. And I know people, fell off the rails over the holidays and are trying to get back. And, those are the ones we're hearing from, right? With their true confessions and their, I slipped up and now I'm coming back and it's not easy and so forth. Of course it's not. And I'm glad you've come back. And I'm glad you've confessed to us that you've come back and it wasn't easy. Some people say it was worth it. And other people, wish they had remained a little bit more keto to their amount of carbs that works for them. And so they're back. And it's the ones that you don't hear from that you just kind of sort of hope come back, like, where are they? So I don't experiment. I don't get wonky. And, I wonder how this would work. I kind of stick to the tried and true. It's how I've done my alcoholism recovery for 30 years. I wake up, I ask my higher power to keep me sober, just like I ask my higher power to keep me keto. And do you think he knows what it is? And then I go to a meeting for that, and I come here to my keto community. Making this video makes me wicked accountable, wicked. And any of you that have your keto channels, you know what that feels like. We are out there and exposed every single day. So if we're transparent and honest, we can expect an onslaught, especially if somebody hasn't been watching us for a while, right? So I'm glad you're all here. Please comment and subscribe if you haven't. This is how we do the keto. It's just simple. To some, it might be boring, not enough excitement, but you can move that excitement need into a non-keto hobby. One of my girlfriends is doing videos with her besties, and they're hysterical. I know I'd have to wear Depends if I was hanging out with them for the day. So some of us get creative. Other people get to work in their kitchens and make this beautiful keto kitchen with mason jars and labels, and oh God, so gorgeous. I love that. That's Marjorie. And then others of us, enjoy reading Amazon reviews. And it takes us on that virtual journey where we do everything but eat the item, right? Before we hit the submit button. It's always fun. So we're here. And I bet most of you, excuse me, I bet most of you know me better than the people that I look at face to face every single day, and I have for all my life. Isn't that funny? Like, I don't think Greg could answer what food plan I'm on. He told his doctor he eats 1 meal a day, though. So I don't know what the doctor said. So here we are. We're doing keto. It's the end of my first bulletproof coffee. I'm going to go about my day. I love my keto. I love my community. And I don't want to make anything different. I am same old, consistent, satiated Sarah. Nice to meet you. Thanks so much. Bye-bye for now.